What's up, guys? We do have a flash giveaway in this video. We're gonna go over it right away, right now. Now, the good folks over at Playful Corps sent over 2 codes for Super Lucky's Tale. That means there'll be 2 winners for this game. It is a play anywhere game, which is the cool initiative that Microsoft does, whether you would agree with it for their company's sake or the Xbox sake, where you use the code and you have it then on your PC and your Xbox. So you can put it on either one, and then you could play it on your PC or you can play it on your Xbox. So if you're a PC gamer, you go to Windows Store, you punch it in, you get it, and then you also have it for your Xbox down the road, vice versa. But we're gonna go over this through the link in the description down below. You can sign up there and you'll be entered to win, and we'll give away 2 copies of the game. It should be a lot of fun. They'll just be codes that get emailed to you. So once we have the winners, they just emailed right away out to you. So make sure you double check your email, please, so I can get a hold of you. As always, this will be a quick giveaway. It'll be 8 hours from the time this video goes up to when it ends, and the winners are selected. Hey guys, so today we're playing the Telltale Batman game. Now, a lot of people maybe have missed this when it came out. I mean, it's been on like every other system at this point, and it's a game that isn't really a game as much as it is kind of like a point-and-click adventure style game is usually how it's described. So it's more of a story-based game. You're not as much controlling and playing as Batman as much as you are seeing a very long interactive movie in that case. And there are 5 episodes that they have put out. Back then, they released them every month, pretty much, just about. And then when it ended, they released a compilation like you're seeing here on the Switch. So we're going to go over a little bit of the beginning of it. It's not towards the end or anything. It's episode 1. As you see here, I played through some of the beginning, and I figure we can check out a little bit of episode 1. And now, since this is based heavily around its story, I will be a little less vocal throughout this play, just so you guys can get a feel for it and see if it's something that you would be interested in. So in the beginning, real quick catch-up speed, you were trying to stop people who were robbing a location, and you were stopping them, and then you run into Catwoman, you fight, and then here we are as Bruce Wayne.
But I promise you, a vote for Harvey Dent is a vote to...
Now, if you are, of course, familiar with the Batman lore at all, which I know a lot of us saw some of the Dark Knight movies and everything, there's Harvey Dent running for office, where it's elect Harvey Dent. So we're going to hopefully get into some gameplay so you can see what it's like.
Well, there he is. Fashionable and fashionably late as always. Say hi, Bruce.
So here we go. And the idea here is you can choose kind of your own adventure style thing. So I'm just going to say enjoy my wine. It's expensive because you're all drinking my wine.
No, he's
I'm using the Pro controller. They do also have, in handheld mode, we will get to that towards the end of the video, they do have touch function and stuff I believe you can use for this game as well. And you may or may not see how that would be implemented when we get there. Overall, the visuals are as expected. This was a 360 and PS3 game. So it wasn't, I mean, it was also on the other systems as well, PS4, Xbox One, but it wasn't really a spectacle in terms of visuals. Doing something important, I like to make an entrance. I do like to make an entrance. There we go. So it wasn't a spectacle in terms of visuals or anything.
You are a pillar of this city and my campaign. I need you here. Tuxedo.
But it does look looks pretty good in handheld mode. I noticed that. Like, it doesn't look much different from portable mode here.
See the Bruce Wayne, am I right?
And I can see him just fine from here.
So it is very much a game. It looks like it did on the 360, and pretty much the same as the PS4 and Xbox One version don't look much different really from the 360 either. So I'm just gonna I'm doing this for Gotham. We'll say that. I'm not really sure. I can't remember how well it changed in this. How well the story would change in this game.
This will help you too, Bruce. Once I've turned this city around as mayor, you'll be a hero for funding my campaign. Now all I need is a decent slogan. I'm terrible at those.
Let's see. We'll do a new face for Gotham. I like put a dent in crime. That's a good one. We'll do that. Put a dent in crime.
All right. How about put a dent in crime?
Look at you. It's not half bad. I'm gonna use that. Bruce, I meant what I said. Together, you and me, we change Gotham. A city free from crime, where children can play in the streets again.
That's what I want too, Harvey, but you know how rough it is out there. We have to shake things up to make that happen.
Well, we can start with a few hands, Come on.
So I'm hoping we get to some of the kind of the point and click types stuff they do. So if you don't know, this game is very much when you actually do run into like combat, I guess you'd say, it's very much QuickTime events. And you have a meter that fills up that you can fail if you let it drop too low, I believe, and everything.
Mr. Wayne, I'd like to introduce
we did that
you
with
to Bob and
Catwoman. That's why he has that
Regina's
scratch on his face,
fellow
because Catwoman scratched him to get away at the end.
Hello, Bruce.
Regina here.
But that was like the first scene in the episode 1, so it was the first thing we're going to run into. Alright guys, so I jumped ahead a little bit here because the whole party scene was going on for a while, and I didn't want it to just be that. So this is more controlled gameplay, so I'm actually controlling Bruce Wayne walking around. I'm actually supposed to be meeting an old friend in the park. They left a business card for him, telling him that he was going to be at this park at 6 a.m. So that's what we're doing now. And there is some controlling to it now. As you can see, you actually control like a cursor on screen with the right stick, and then the left stick controls Bruce Wayne. So you can kind of see how he walks around. It's not super intuitive, but you can, I can examine a homeless person. So there you go. You can also give change, which may or may not help me as we go. I guess I can give him change, since Bruce Wayne isn't exactly hurting for that. So I'll give him some change, then we'll kind of walk up here and see what... So they kind of tell you what you can look at. As you can see, there's a burning barrel I can look at. So it's not a very fast-paced type gameplay like I was saying. These games are all about the story. And what's cool is a lot of times they can actually do a... Oz, there you go, me by the statue. A lot of times they'll do like an original story as best they can. We saw that with Walking Dead, where they took cues from the comics, they took cues from the show, but they ultimately made really their own story, which was cool. So I'm gonna kind of walk around here and I guess look at shopping carts and all kinds of stuff while I wait for Oz to show up. Kind of look okay. That wasn't, see, nothing much happened there. Let's see, here's a smoking man with a mohawk.
Beat it.
Didn't seem too happy. He seems so... Why did he seem so sad about that? He seemed really sad about being told to beat it. There's some grief. Also, what's that guy doing at like 6 a.m. anyway? It's like 6:07 a.m. or something that I'm here. So now I'm just kind of walking around looking at everything. Cobblepot Park, so there you go.
Isn't what it used to be.
So I'm kind of just like wandering around looking at stuff now. Not a ton is happening. We will get kicked into a long story sequence, I'm sure, when Oz actually shows up here. So we'll see how that goes, because he's not supposed to be a good guy. See, look, there's a person right behind me. Oh, it's that guy that told me to beat it. Oh, good. Maybe I'll actually get through some... Tell him to just walk away. Just walk away.
You already made one. Come in here. Next one kills you.
Oh.
And him.
Gentlemen!
Oh, I thought we were going to do a...
Oz.
Keep walking.
So this is where it would have kicked into like a QuickTime event type thing.
You see, that's where you're mistaken. My old mate and I have some catching up to do. And you're...
I was almost positive they would do that. I guess not.
Come here. Think that'll do?
Oh, there we go. Okay, so you press up, and then we'll hit Y, and then we'll just beat him.
Stay down.
Ooh. Oh, that's a gun. That was out of nowhere. Oh, so we'll slap it out of the way, punch him.
This used to be a nice place. No lives like
So you see kind of how like the QuickTime events kind of work through there. We'll press left, he'll get out of the way, and he'll run into the statue. He's actually very resilient. It took a lot to knock him over, and he's still up.
You hear that?
You figure that's like a concussion or something right there. But yeah, so that's kind of what the combat entails, what you just saw there. In the beginning, you get a really healthy dose of it with when you're fighting Catwoman,
Good, isn't it?
and then the other robbers that are there. And that's kind of what happens. You hit left, right, and then sometimes you'll have a little circle that you try to put the cursor into. You'll hit ZR right there. Obviously, I had it handled. And that's kind of how they work through the combat aspects. You never really control the person while you're doing it, and it's not like an action game is what I'm trying to say. But that was a quick display of the combat. How about now we jump over into handheld mode, and you guys can see, for anyone curious, how it looks and controls in handheld mode when it's not docked. But that's what I'm going to leave you guys with, is that handheld footage. Thanks for checking everything out here, and don't forget to check the link down in the description to enter for a code for Super Lucky's Tale. Guys, I'll see you in the next episode.